We are doing a short routine today for your iliotibial band. Hi, I'm Jessica Valant. I'm a physical therapist, strength and women's health expert, and I am here to offer you resources to help you feel strong and safe in your body in all seasons of life. In addition to workouts right here on YouTube, I also offer weekly and daily full-length workouts through my Unlimited program and my app, as well as a podcast and other resources. You can find all the links below. So we are here to help with your iliotibial band today. So let's chat just for a moment about what your ITB is. It's actually a band of tissue. It is not a muscle. It's a very tight band of tissue that runs from above your hip all the way down the outside of your leg to below your knee. And oftentimes it can cause pain, which can lead to something called ITB syndrome or iliotibial band syndrome. That can cause pain up in your hip or down in your knee. So we're here to help with that today. So we're gonna do a combination of hip mobility and hip strengthening exercises to help. And this is a short routine meant to be done every day for as long as you need to help you feel better. We're gonna start in standing, and if you have any issues with balance at all, just have a wall or a chair close and you're gonna hang on to that. We're gonna have the feet hip distance apart, have your toes spread wide, and what we're gonna do is lift the right knee up and lower it back down. And we're gonna do the same thing, lift just as high as you can and lower it back down. And it doesn't matter which side you're feeling problems with, because we're gonna do this on both. And again, I want you hanging onto the kitchen counter or a chair if you need to. And lift and lower. Now on this one, lift and open the knee, lower and bring it forward. So you're lifting the knee as high as you can without losing good posture. Open, lower, forward. This is called hip mobility. Now this is extremely important. When we're talking about the ITB, the iliotibial band, it actually can't be stretched. Let me clarify for you and switch directions for your circles. So you're gonna lift out to the side, bring it forward and lower. It isn't a muscle, so it can't be stretched in the traditional sense of the word with flexibility and stretching. What we need is to actually strengthen all the muscles around the hip and mobilize the hip joint, which will help the iliotibial band release and not feel like it has to work so hard. There won't be such an imbalance in the hip joint. Last one, and bring it down. Nice job. We're gonna switch feet. So make sure those toes are forward, right foot under your right hip, lift the left knee nice and high, and lower it down. And lift, and lower. So again, if you've been working on that ITB for a long time, this might seem counterintuitive, but trust me, we have got to strengthen your hip abductors, your adductors, your glutes, even your hip flexors, and find mobility in the joint. Okay, now lift, open, oh, I'm losing balance, down and forward. So lift, open, lower, and forward. And again, think nice tall posture here. And yes, you are working both legs. That standing leg is working quite a bit. That's some of the purpose here, is I want that strengthening in the standing leg. Nice job, switch directions. Okay, open, lift, forward, and down. And it's normal to have balance changes from one side to the other. This is obviously my less strong or less stable side today. Last one. And down. Nice job. Give it a quick prance or a walk out. And we're gonna come down to the mat. Okay, so we're gonna start on all fours with actually a similar movement to what we just did. Have your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. You're gonna take that left leg, lift it up, then open it to the left and lower it back down, and same thing. So we're doing the circles again, but we're doing it kind of more behind you as opposed to in front. And we're working your core. So being on all fours like this is a great way to work all of your core muscles, which are really important when it comes to helping support the hips. Now, iliotibial band syndrome can come around for a multitude of reasons, but it tends to be really common in runners and cyclists who are doing one range of motion, one plane of motion all the time. Switch directions on your circles here. So out to the side, behind, and down. So in those sports specifically, you're always just moving in that one plane of motion forward and backward. So routines like this that I'm giving you are really encouraging the hip to move in all the ways that it's meant to functionally and to strengthen in those ways as well. One more. And lower, nice job. We have another side, so take that right leg out behind you and then over to the right and back down. Trying to keep your body nice and still. So it's just that leg moving. Now, if you enjoy stretching your iliotibial band or you enjoy using the foam roller on it, you can continue to do that. That is absolutely fine. There's no problem with it. It's just if that's the only thing that you're relying on to help, it's probably not going to do a lot long term. You really need to incorporate this strengthening and mobility as well. Switch directions. And then in addition to this routine, make sure that you're incorporating strength training and some of that cross training throughout the week to help with injury prevention and to help keep your muscles and joints really strong. Nice job. All right, bring that leg down, separate your knees nice and wide, and sit back into your hips. And you can sit yourself up and bring the legs around in front of you and have your legs mat distance apart. Pull the toes back towards you, bring your hands behind your head. You're sitting up as tall as you can. Inhale, rotate to the left. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate to the right, and exhale, center. So this is, again, mobilizing that upper spine. Super important when it comes to the hips and through the hip flexors themselves. Okay, so when I say we're gaining mobility, that means that we're increasing the range of motion while strengthening there as well. So it's not just a passive stretch, but it's adding range of motion. So we are stretching, but again, in a way that creates strength in that range of motion. Okay, one more each side. Even yourself out. Nice job. And then back to center. Bring your arms in front of you, legs together, and roll yourself down onto your back. And once you're there, bend your knees. Feet are going to be flat on the ground, hip distance apart. Take your inhale and exhale, curl your tailbone towards you. And then inhale, take it away. We're doing a pelvic tilt. So when I say curl the tailbone towards you, it means your low back flattens. And when the tailbone goes away from you, your low back arches. Think of yourself as being kind of a rocking horse there in your pelvis. Hugely important to get that pelvis moving. I see regularly in my clients with hip problems and even into the knee and knee pain, that pelvis isn't moving. It's really tight or locked up, so we have to get it moving. It's these little kind of X factors, these little hidden things that can help and make so much difference. Okay, on this next one, curl your tailbone, roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Make sure your hips are level. Inhale at the top and exhale, roll back down. Inhale at the bottom. And exhale, continue. So you curl and roll, really focusing on trying to lift one vertebrae at a time. Inhale at the top. Exhale, sink down one vertebrae at a time. And then also making sure those hips stay level. So it's common when one hip is weaker than the other that it's going to drop. And then on this next one, we're going to roll up and stay there. And then you're going to lift the right leg in a march. Lower it back down. Lift the left leg. And lower. So here too, the point is to keep the hips lifted and level. One more each side. Inhale, and then exhale to roll yourself back down. Reach the left leg long, hug the right knee in, give it a really good squeeze. Keep the left hand on the knee and bring it over to the left, and you're gonna look over to the right. And then bring it back to center. Switch legs, hug that left knee in. Take the leg over to the right as you look to the left. And back to center and hug both knees in. And then you can roll to the side and sit back up. And great job. So that takes you through a short routine that you can do daily to help with your iliotibial band syndrome or pain. Also, if you want to take it one more level, I have a 10-minute hip strengthening video that would be a great partner video to this. And I will have the link to that below and also after this video. Thank you so much for being here today, and I will see you on your mat soon. It's Jessica. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you never miss new releases. And here are a few recommendations for what to try next. See you soon.